I'm your neighborhood reporter, Ezekiel Ramirez in Bryan. The election has come and gone, which means it's time to take down those campaign signs. But who's responsible for the cleanup? I talked with the local elections administrator to get answers.
Everything pretty much is common sense. If you put out a sign, be sure you pick it back up.
With election season coming to a close, some of our neighbors are now responsible for picking up political signs in our community.
That responsibility falls back to that campaign, either the candidate running or their campaign, whoever placed those signs.
The state of Texas requires candidates to remove political signs within 10 days after the election.
We tell them 72 hours, especially for our polling locations.
I sat down with Trudy Hancock, who has been the elections administrator in Brazos County for more than 20 years. She tells me she wants everyone to do their part in removing their signs and keeping our neighborhoods clean.
Just wanting all of that stuff gone and our communities to be clean and, back in the condition that they were before all the election stuff started.
I also spoke with Russ Ford, who is the Republican chairman for Brazos County.
And who exactly goes out there? Who goes to pick up those signs?
You are looking at one of the volunteers.
He tells me it's essential for neighbors to pick up their signs, especially after an election.
I believe that we all in this community care. In other words, there's no question, and those signs do not need to be left out. They become an eyesore after the election.
Hancock tells me neighbors who are willing to campaign should also be willing to pick up after themselves.
I've found in the past that most of the time anyone who's civic-minded enough to run for an office is also civic-minded enough to be sure to pick up after themselves and be sure that our community stays clean.
Hancock tells me neighbors in Brazos County have always been good about picking up their campaign signs after an election and predicts most of them will be picked up by this weekend. In your neighborhood of Brazos County, I'm Ezekiel Ramirez.